Good morning from sunny Sydney, drumheads.
Good morning from a rainy Scotland.
I actually
Well,
lied. It's raining in Sydney too.
is it?
Yeah,
I'm
mate.
kind of, I'm
Awesome.
kind of, I'm kind of glad about that. It makes me less envious.
Yeah, and it feels like we're in the ti same time zone. You know what I mean? Same weather, same time
Well, I
zone.
kind of it's the nine
Same
the nine
vibe.
hour things. The 9 hour thing works a wee bit, doesn't it? It's not
Does
so bad.
yeah. Hey, before we get cracking into this show, we got a killer episode ahead here on the talking about sticks, everybody's favorite, you know, drum drum collectible item. You know, what I mean, you get
Yeah. Well,
mad for them,
well,
don't you?
well. Listen. The thing is obviously we ask people to kind of fire stuff in, and they have,
Yeah.
and we're just going to put that in a sequence. The keep it reels. We're just going to slip into the show. And
Yes.
that'll just stay in the show. And then that way, it's just the show, and then we keep it real in the show.
That's it.
So
That's it. We're
look
constantly
forward to that.
reformatting, re-improving,
Let's say we've
redesigning
been
out
eight,
what we
we've been
do.
8 months, we've been 8 months at this, maybe
Yeah.
nine nearly. It's not getting any better, is it? Really?
We're still figuring it
It's,
out.
it's
Hey,
as good as it's going to get.
hey, I see you kind of leaning back there. What is that shirt you're wearing?
Do you like it?
Yeah,
Change
mate. What is
addiction.
it? Yeah.
You might have seen me on the Instagram, man, talking about it. What a concert! What a
You had a
cracker!
cracker time,
Honestly,
eh?
I can't stress how good a concert that was. However, as you can see, I you would have thought I bought the merchandise here, but I didn't. I bought it on
Oh,
Amazon because
that. Yes.
when I went there, they were trying to charge me something like 40 quid for a t-shirt and like £80 for a hoodie, and I was like, no, that's nonsense, man. That's just
Mate,
rubbish, isn't it?
that is the that is the most savvy thing you can do is just look at the merch stand and be like, nah, I'm going eBay. Or I guess yeah, Amazon.
I think I bought somebody uh it was like a kind of beanie hat for my gig that the guy gave me tickets to go and see. Oh no, it wasn't Rat. Trying to think who it was. Some kind of heavy metal band.
Yeah.
Slips me the now. But anyway, long story cut short, bought my beanie hat and it cost me like something like 30 quid or something. It's just something ridiculous, man. It was like about 5 quid's worth or something like that. Some poor
But
kid's
that merch on
fingers.
the day though, because your Jane's Addiction shirt right now, it's not going to have the tour dates on the back, is it? Saying Glasgow, fucking.
But you know what? I don't really care
Okay.
because I thought, do you know what it was? I only bought this t-shirt, right? I don't normally buy band t-shirts, right? I'm not that kind of guy. I don't normally go and buy everybody check out which band I listen to. That's the kind of guy I am t-shirt that tells everybody that.
Yeah.
Right. I like to have a bit of mystique about myself, right?
Oh,
But after the concert, I was evangelized. I just thought, no, do you know what? They're such a good band.
yeah.
They're getting a t-shirt.
That's
They are
cracker.
getting
As
it.
long as there's nothing better than going seeing a band that you paid for and they deliver on the performance. They actually
100%.
they care.
100%.
They go all out because they're doing it every night. You know what I mean?
Listen, really tight, really good. The drumming was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant. I said it all on the reel. I don't want to repeat myself.
But I know we're talking about the shirt, but why is there in front of your Gordon Highlanders picture there behind you? There's a bottle of fabric softener. What's
It's actually an empty bottle of Bold, right? Now, I don't know if you remember, right? The last time I gave out a wee tip for people, and that was to do with, remember I says when we were traveling about the soap? I says, and when you go somewhere, right, and you want to smell like you're at home, but you're obviously
okay?
not at home,
Yes.
take some familiar soap and then you use that soap in the shower in the hotel. You feel amazing. I says, and then when you come back, make sure you take all the soap for the hotel or for the local shop if it's unique to that, and then bring that back to you and then washing that, and you're like, oh, I'm still in
Transport.
Oslo or I'm still
Yeah,
in Morocco.
transports you
Right,
back to
right,
your holiday.
right. This is another wee helpful tip, especially for pipe bandy guys or people that are in bands, right? So tomorrow, I'm going for a 4 hour journey, hike up to the British Championships in Forres, which is in the north of Scotland,
Yeah.
kind of Inverness, kind of neck of the woods, right? Now, on the way back, after consuming a couple of ales, I'm probably going to need to have a toilet break, but I'll
Okay.
be at the mercy of the bus driver, right? But to remedy that problem, the empty bottle of Bold
No
will
way.
be man's best friend, and it's bulletproof. Look, it's totally safe, and it will smell of lavender.
Oh,
Problem solved.
and you're just going to carry that around with you?
No, no, no. Listen. So, well, look, see, look. It's not going to get carried around, but obviously, on the way back to the bus is 4 hours. So rather than sitting there all uncomfortable, the sweats and the back teeth floating and the eyes watering up, problem solved.
Well, the bold. Who would have thought? I mean, that's both vulgar
This
and genius.
ingenious, exactly. But the thing is, right? The thing is I know that come like maybe 2 hours into that journey, and people, oh, are we going to stop? Are we going to stop? Oh, we're going to drive another 10 miles, or will we stop in half an hour?
If
Well,
I'm
for
sitting
me, will
next to
not.
you, if I'm sitting next to you on that bus, I'm going, "Hey, Andrew, you don't
Exactly.
you done with that bowl of bowl or what?"
The thing is, I love that ergonomically, it's ergonomically fashioned.
I think they must
So,
have
and,
purpose built
and
it for that.
you would think honestly that the companies have thought, you know what? See if you're ever really toiling to find a place to go.
Very bold. That's a bold move, bold
It's
choice.
exactly it's well called.
Shout
Bold.
out to
It's a bold move.
new sponsors of the show, Bold Fabric Softeners.
Love it. There you go. That's my next pipe band tip at the top. Okay. Get one of them. Save you a lot of problems. People are jumping about. Oh, job done.
Oh, brilliant. I
What
mean,
else? Just a quick shout out. I've got a shout out for a guy who's a big fan of the show. His name's Derek Christie, or I call him Dusty, right? So known him for
Dusty.
years. Big fan of the show and a massive drummer. He's like he's got a massive kit drummer. His big thing is John Bonham. So like
Oh,
he was
yeah.
in a Led Zeppelin tribute band. So
Very
he's a
understand.
massive fan of the
Oh,
show. And
nice.
I says I'd give him a wee shout out. But
What's he play? What's he play? Oh, Dusty.
at the minute he's going to bring me a Slingerland kit.
What?
He's got one. He's going to bring me that.
Oh,
He says he's going to set it up at here in Drumhallar.
what?
That's what he said. Yeah, he's setting up in here in Drumhallar. Now
You
I've
better be
actually
practicing your Buddy Rich chops.
well, listen. It'll sound great, I would imagine. So he's actually coming up to where I stay, hopefully in a couple of weeks' time, and I says to him, right, I want you to look around Drumhallar and find a spot that we can put this said kit.
Wow.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to recce the spot.
Are you gonna do that when I'm there? You better have that ready for me.
Listen, I've got so much that's meant to get ready for you. It's like the royal arrival,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I'm expecting the carpet, the crowds with the cameras. Yeah. Oh.
So listen to this, and I want you to think about this. Right, this is a true story. So like last Wednesday, right, I I read a text message. A really good friend of mine, right, his mother passed away.
Yeah.
And I read the text message. I says to my wife, I says, like, Heather, I says, I'm going to go to the funeral. Right. And she's like, ah, right, okay, fair enough. I says, I've got a lot on that night though, so I won't be staying for the wake. I says, I'll just go to the funeral, doff my hat,
Yep.
and go.
Yep.
Right. So I had to get somebody to give me a lift. It's like kind of a bit out the road for where I work. So I was like that to a guy. He says, look, could you possibly give me a wee lift over? No problem. Drop me off. Went to the place where the crematorium was,
Hmm.
and it's like a split building. If you look at it, left hand side, they've got services happening, and on the right hand side, they've got services happening, and they're kind of obviously
Oh.
staggered all times, right?
Yep.
So I goes there and I'm like, what's going on here? Can I see this kind of timing? I can't see the person's
You know what
time to get
session is supposed
cremated.
to be, right?
So I was like, it's like 2:30, and I'm looking at the 2:30, and they've got the name at the Times. It's a guy called Alistair McLaughlin, and I'm going, that's obviously not right. So I kind of walks in, and I'm looking, and I'm in the kind of area where people are getting received and all, and I'm looking for my friend, thinking, maybe they've not took the sign down, but he'll be talking about. Anyway, so they all traipse in and their clicks. I realise I was like, I'm going to have to check my phone a minute. Checks the phone. Yeah, it is Wednesday at 2:30, but not
Yes.
till next week.
No.
Yeah, was it the wrong? But wait, it gets doubly worse, right? So I has to phone the guy that's just dropped me off, and I say, "Listen, you'll not believe this, but I'm at the wrong funeral type thing. Come back, pick me up because I need you to drive me to the train station because it's like a hike away to the train station."
Yeah.
He comes back, picks me up, takes me to the train station.
Legend.
Legendary guy. He doubles back with his girlfriend. She must be like, what's this guy? He's got some sort of mental issues or something. He comes back, picks me up, takes me to the train station. It gets better. I'm in the middle of the town, right? Waiting to get the train. And who should drive by on the main street? I'm wearing the black tie, the white shirt, black suit,
Yeah.
obviously dressed for.
Obviously. Or a blues gig.
Car drives by, toots its horn, and waves out at me. It's the guy's mum that's the funeral that I was going to next week. So he's seen me dressed like that. And he's obviously going to go, I seen you here last week. What were you dressed like that for? Where were you going? Oh,
Dry
I've
run.
thought about this. I'm just going to say, listen, I was doing a week in a recce. I was
Yeah.
preparing myself, made
Yeah.
sure I had the right clothes, the right time, knew how to get there,
Yeah.
what bus I was going to get back.
Super emotional event. You want to get it right. You go to your full dress rehearsal.
I was embarrassed, isn't it, the word? And I told my wife, and she was like, I've got to leave you. I've actually got to leave you. Do you understand? Never repeat that story to people. I'll just tell what I'm doing on the internet, but
Oh, yeah.
never tell that story to anybody. I'm like, but are these things harm?
You know, I think I messaged you the other day, and I mean, it's not quite a funeral, but we had a gig and we are playing at a beach. And so I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm rocking up. It's Sunday. I get there and I'm like, no one's here. Because usually I rock up to a gig and I can hear the pipes tuning up and stuff. I'm like, yeah, all
Yeah,
right. Because
yeah,
as
yeah, yeah,
typical snare drum, I'm always 10,
yeah, yeah.
15 minutes late, right? So I get to the beach and there's no one there. I'm like, all right, first one here, all good. And then I've done the same thing as you, right? I've realized it's the same time next week. And and I'm just standing. So I'm now just a guy standing at the beach in full dress.
I was going to say that in all your kit. Everybody's like that. There's a guy just escaped from some sort of asylum. Get the nets. Take this guy away. I know, mate. Listen, do you know what the weird thing is about right? I'm like to myself, look, these things happen, surely. I mean, I can't be the only guy that these things happen to. I mean,
Oh
I mean,
man,
it
keeps it
makes it worse
interesting.
when I mean, try to explain it makes it, and people are listening to you going, what? You're
It's
like,
better. It's better than rocking up, 2 weeks later and being like, "Oh,
oh,
no
you
one's
missed it.
believing that. No one's believing that."
Exactly. Right, moving on. What have we got?
Well,
The story of the week from
yes,
again our good source,
our good
pipes,
friends over
pipes and drums, piper drummer.
our inside man at Pipes and Drums.
It's like the ultimate lazy show, and it's like, what are you going to do next week? I don't know. I've seen anything in piper drummer. Talk about that.
If you guys, if you drumheads want a heads up on sort of what's coming, just subscribe to that magazine.
Subscribe to the mag. I don't even subscribe. I just normally, and then I'll see it pop up, and I go, oh, what's this about now? And I'm like, right. So
Yeah, big news. Not
drumming
something
for
that I know a whole
drinks.
lot about. Yeah, drumming for
Drumming for
drinks.
drinks, no more. By the way,
What do you think about this?
I'm glad you're asking. I don't know. I've been here a few times, and
Can you just give
I
me a
like.
wee like, just give me a picture. What is it? What's the point of this? What's the objective here?
It's a bit like the Livingston Invitational, which is another kind of thing similar to it but different. Where obviously you get pipe band side drummers that are allowed to freestyle. They can play whatever really they want.
Yeah,
It's up to them to entertain, as
good.
opposed to get an MSR or a medley. But they've to entertain. They can use different things. They can use different instruments. They're to bring that colour to the stage, and that's a great thing. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Right, so that's a great thing, and people obviously get invited to play at it and say, right, come and do your thing, shake your thing down and all. And as we know, and we all know in the article that the three guys that are kind of behind it,
Yep.
Jim Kirkpatrick, I keep getting that guy's name, Tyler Fry. Is that
Yep.
right?
Yeah, Tyler Fry. I think so.
For some reason, it's a tongue twister for me. I don't know why people laugh. Really, refer to the funeral story. And then the other one is Scott Curry. And they've obviously, the people that kind of championed it, thought of the idea, and they're like, right, we're doing this. And it was good.
Yep.
And people went in, and it was the week leading up to the World. So a wee bit of tension off and a wee bit of kind of misdirection. And I suppose the other thing is it gives people, like we were talking about the T-shirt, a chance to sell their merch.
Right.
So people rock up there
Yep.
selling their merch, buy these drumsticks, buy
Yeah.
these T-shirts,
A
buy this
fiesta.
scarf, buy
Yeah.
this towel that you
Yeah.
would need. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And all
All
that
right.
kind of stuff. So
Sounds like good
I
crack.
think I don't think that concept's going away.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, there's obviously a demand for it somewhere.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I know a couple of guys that could probably pull that off. We wouldn't call it drumming for drinks, though, but would we?
Oh,
You need to think it.
yeah. Are you
Huh?
talking about us there?
Of course, mate.
Some kind of replacement
No,
event?
no, 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 no replacement event. A vamped up event.
Oh. And this is all happening
I
during
want like
the
I want the Dallas Cowboys
Cowboys.
cheerleaders type thing. You know what I mean?
Just bring in some
Aircrafts
Brazilians or
flying over,
something. Yeah.
fast jet, the whole thing. The red arrows,
Remote control.
just crazy. No, so I mean, they said that they won't ditch the name or the branding, so they've
Yeah.
kept the branding.
They're going to
They've kept
repurpose
kind
it
of,
somehow.
and then well, they said it's just enough's enough. Fair enough, you know what I mean?
Hey,
I suppose.
that's a very noble thing to do is just pull the plug when it's time to do it. If you're not getting any sort of
What are you trying to say? It's like, well, but he's trying to hint that
I mean, I don't know what
quit,
drum for drinks is, but
quit.
if something's dying, it's
I thought you were going to
you
say
just
quit when we're mediocre, Jason. Is that what you're saying?
rest assured, fans, if this show starts dying in the ass, we'll pull
I'll
the
be the
plug.
first. I'll be the first. Get ready. We ain't doing that anymore. I don't know. I'd be limping on like the last guy at the party.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I don't know. So drumming for drinks, technically dead.
Yeah.
I'm very sure. So here's the other thing, right? And it's not a world that I'm aware of, right? So the issue is that it was run during the
Piping
Piping
live.
Live.
Yeah.
So the point is so you've got all these big kind of people like Glasgow City Council, Piping Live, all these kind of event organisers,
Yeah.
and everybody wants a bit of the pie, and everybody wants to make sure that they get their scalp.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that that's the kind of thing, isn't it? It's trying to kind of segue in. So, like for instance, I know that Glasgow Sky they foot the concert on the Wednesday night before the Worlds. Some genius, right? Some genius that was in Glasgow Sky many moons ago, like many years ago, had the foresight, right? Had the vision to block book the concert hall in
Oh
Glasgow,
yeah.
right?
Smart.
With the intent to put on like one of the top grade one pipe bands, charge people money for tickets, and then obviously pay the the venue,
service,
etc., etc.
yeah.
And then the rest is pure profit, as they would say. Now, the great thing about that is that was kind of before the Piping Live, and I suppose Glasgow City Council saying, hold on a minute, this is a great thing. We can get on this and we can get your
Yeah.
cut. And we now coordinate and control the spaces in which these get played.
Yeah.
So
That's a worthy investment.
Whoever that guy was genius,
Smart
right?
move.
Be- Before the rain, as you'd say, when they build the ark, before the rain. That guy
Yes.
done that.
Very
I
good.
liked it. Like it.
All right. So drumming for drinks, is it dead? Is it gone? Are we, will it be missed?
I think to be fair, it'll be missed.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, I mean, I don't think necessarily it was not like, I think everybody liked it. You'd meet up and
Yeah.
hear a
It-
bit of drumming and actually, like a kind of social hub, meet other drummers
yeah.
and talk
Bit of action
absolute
going on.
rubbish. Aye,
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing. And it was at the right time.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sure it was it might have been the Wednesday. Maybe I can't remember off the top of my head. But what I'm saying is, it was during that week where a lot of pipe bands have got like nightly practices and it's pretty much full on. And that would kind of, it was normally in the afternoon.
Get out and let
It was
loose.
run, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, a couple of beers, watch a couple of guys thrash about on stage and all. Brilliant. So, it was a great idea and it was a good thing.
Yep.
But they've decided we're not going to carry the can anymore, but we're not going to get rid of the branding. So obviously that might mean that maybe they're thinking something else with the
Yeah.
same idea, but different. I don't know.
An opportunity will
Maybe
quickly
they're putting the
reveal
red
itself.
arrows. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe they're putting the red arrows. Something like that.
Use all that
No,
money just for one.
we've already thought of that. We're doing that. Uh, so that's that. What about the keep it real for the drumsticks? Are we going to discuss this?
Oh, mate.
Are we talk
Bread and
about
butter.
drumming for drinks?
So, I mean,
Drumming?
I sometimes I like if we're getting onto the sticks here, I just want to say it could be that possibly the reason I started drumming is because of all the kit you get, you know, all the
Yep.
you get nice pads. We've already done drum pads, right?
Done drum pads. Oh, but just a quick one. Thanks for mentioning drum pads.
Yeah.
I can't remember if you remember, but remember I was talking about a railway sleeper as a drum pad. That's it there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. About
So this is just
a guy in the band,
is
right?
this
Big
steel or what?
Shanks.
No, it's rubber.
It's rubber, yeah, man. It's a
Okay.
drum pad. It's a pad. It's to drum on. Steel. What are you? What kind of animal are you that would be right drumming steel?
You
But
talk
look,
about a railway sleeper. I don't know what it's like with the what your railway lines are
no,
made
so
of.
like, no, but I believe what they do is they put them under
Oh,
sections or something like that. I don't know. Somebody told me that once. Maybe they were talking rubbish. But the bottom line is I rate them
okay.
as just like a kind of generic pad. They're all the same. That's what I was saying
It's
the
a good
last time we were
thickness as
talking about
well.
this. That is great. Listen, I think they're good.
Yeah, okay.
So much thanks to Craig, guy that gave me that, Craig Shanks. And I think, you know what? I mean, people are charging, we've discussed this, a
Yeah,
lot of money for a jump pad.
yeah,
Guess what? Gear the kids that, throw them on the table, and guess what? As long as it's the same table, they'll all sound the same.
that's good actually.
There
Might
you
have to
go.
grab myself a set of those. So, all right, well then, so you got your drum pads, and obviously the next thing naturally is sticks, right?
100%.
Now I was thinking that me and you, we just kind of go through what what we think ranks where we think certain sticks rank from their mystique to their brilliance to their just complete
To their
standard
to their
issue,
ugliness. To their
yeah,
ugliness.
ugliness, both in sound and quality and weight. Nah, people can get so finicky about sticks, right? Like to the point where you'll weigh them and make sure that each stick is identical and
Well,
the
look,
bead at the top, what shape it is, like
yeah, yeah,
what.
yeah, yeah. It's funny you saying that, right? So you're right about weighing them, and I know that Jim Kilpatrick pairs them,
Yeah,
and he
some of the
does
best will do it.
right, and he sets them up, pairs them, and puts them together as a pair.
Yep,
And then I was talking to right. So just a quick another shout out, Wally Laird, no
Willie.
relation, no relation, but he's a drumming instructor down in Ayrshire.
Yep,
And he messaged me a couple of things about drumsticks because I asked, obviously, people, give me this, give me feedback. And he says that one of the things that he finds is that he's seen after Jim Kilpatrick pairing them off to get them sold, going to people like a big batch. and then bags bursting and stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
folk just mixing them up, putting them together, and then just getting them
Oh,
out. And then obviously that reflects on the guy's sticks.
yes.
So seemingly, it was like that. That's one of his kind of nervy points. He's like, I'm sitting trying to pair sticks. People are getting them like retailers, and then
Yeah.
just they get
Just
mixed up. And so when people buying them, like, oh, that's like playing with a tree trunk, and that's like a needle. And
that's
what's
crazy.
going
You
on?
would just think as you buy them out of the packet that that all that work's been done in the background.
Well, it does do that. That's what he sets the pair up. But you know what I mean. And Wally Laird was saying to me, "Oh, well, that's how he prefers." And bizarrely, KP ones. He finds them there. I
Well,
don't know. It's each to their own type thing.
so speaking of each their own, Andrew, what is your go-to stick?
Go-to stick is definitely Jim Kirkpatrick's KP2.
The
Right.
KP2.
I like it. It feels comfortable in my hands, and it reminds me a wee bit of the Alex Duthart Shaw stick. Right. So Shaw made a kind of drumstick. Alex Duthart.
Yeah.
It's different, but it reminds me of it. It reminds me of that, and I feel comfortable with it.
So you don't have
So
keep a
that's
pair of
the
those Alex Duffett sticks on you?
no, I don't actually. And I'll tell you what I also don't do, because this is the weird thing. I throw sticks in the bin.
I don't get it.
It's so
Wait, so you telling
I
me you like the rest of the drumming world, you don't hoard sticks?
no, I don't. I don't genuinely see the. I don't genuinely see the point, right? I know people will be like, right, this is new clickbait. He's saying that as clickbait, but if I'm using a stick, right, and I've used it for a while,
Yeah.
I ditch it, throw it in the bin, and get a new pair, because I think they start to lose their elasticity, or their kind of their kind of
Rigidity?
no, no, the rigidity, their kind of response. I think they lose their
Really?
response. Yeah, no less. I'm just trying to blame my really rotten wrists for that,
Huh.
but I think that the wood, in a sense, starts to kind of go. There's no way you can tell me that, when you get a brand new pair of sticks, man, you think, oh, I can play anything. It's
This
like, do
is
you know what it's like? I think it's like a new pair of trainers.
yeah, right.
So see when you get a new pair of trainers, right? You
You're
put them
walking
on,
on
you
air.
think you,
Yeah.
you think I could run 50-mile
Yeah.
marathon,
Not
try
that
a
I would.
triathlon. I'm away. I mean, so you feel like a gazelle, right? You're like,
Yeah.
I'm going right. And then after maybe about 7-8 months or 7 months of using the trainers, if
Oh
you
yeah.
do any sort of running and all that, you're like, bin. They're not used to me now. They've
Yeah.
lost that kind of elasticity.
Yeah.
I, I feel the same about my drumsticks. Maybe it's just me, but
Wow.
after a while, bin, new pair, way I go, happy days.
Drumheads, this is something very new to myself. So if you are also like Andrew and you feel like you lose that responsiveness in your drumstick, I mean, I'd
Let us
love to know
know.
that people actually do that as well. Like, because I mean,
Let us know.
that's
Let us
some
know if it's just me being a
that's
weirdo, but I just
wow.
I kind of get. I'm definitely into that. I'm definitely.
Yeah.
I can't. So like before in the past, there might be like a pair of sticks lying about, and like I've got a pair at work,
Yeah.
uh, which are again KP
They do the
twos,
job.
right? But they're they're kind of dead.
Yeah. So you'd be
And
looking for a new
funnily,
set.
and I'll be looking for a new set, definitely for one to replace one at work. But because it's at work, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm they're not on the drum.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But the other thing I was going to say is, bizarrely, they're white drumsticks.
Yeah.
So they're no natural coloured wood. They're white. They're,
Ah,
they're coloured KP2. I don't
right.
know what you. So
Do you, well, how do you feel about the old colored sticks there, Andy?
I'll tell you what. I think each to their own. I think it's. I don't know. I kind of like it.
It adds a bit of
A
pizzazz
pizzazz.
to you. Yeah.
It does. I
Whoa,
mean,
did we
it's
just use
like,
the same word?
oh, look at the drums I've got. Yeah, they're wearing blue sticks.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't know.
That's right. If you marching
It,
in with like red sticks, you know what I mean? That's like,
yeah, I mean, but I've got to be honest, right? Tradition, like I'm a bit of a traditionalist when it comes to. I like it. I don't know if I'd want to be playing it if I was in a serious competitive pipe band.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'd
yeah, yeah.
think,
You got to bring it back. You got to keep the subtlety.
In fact, I think is it. I think if I remember rightly, a couple of years ago, a few years ago, I was using I think Stevie Crichton sticks, and they were coated like black,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Black
then
coated.
they were coming off on me,
Yeah.
coming off, like the
So
kind of odd. I think the idea was is they were meant to kind of have some sort of textural grip to
so
it,
you can
but
get you can grip it.
wasn't
That's,
that much of a fan, to be honest.
well, speaking of, they're actually my go-to sticks. The old Stevie Crichton Pro Mark.
Yeah, exactly. But
They
they're not the color. They're no color.
no,
They're
no,
just
no, no.
no, no.
I had to actively search for the wood finish
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
my
yeah.
band wouldn't let me have the white ones, and I couldn't get everybody else on board to have white ones. So I had to
Hold on,
actually.
just can I just get a footnote here, right? In case Stevie Crichton's watching this, he's a big fella, right? So, Stevie, I like your stick. It's just that I didn't like one because I don't want to get filled in the beer tent or something like that. It's like me when
Hey, what'd you say about
what
my
is it?
sticks?
He look, do you remember that guy? Remember that guy in the episode we were talking about the guy that we had
Yeah,
to drop?
big, yeah, yeah. Hey, what'd you say
He's a
about
bit
my
similar
stick?
to that. He's a bit in my head, in my mind. I'm like that. That's that guy.
He's just gonna
Do you know what I
squish you.
mean? He'd be like, do you mean grab your head a wee minute? Just squeeze your head like a coconut or something.
So Stephen Crichton sticks, they're number
Yeah.
one to me. I reckon they're the best. But hey, I haven't tried them all. And in fact, I've actually got a lucky pair. So do you have a lucky pair of sticks there, Andrew? I mean, you've only got one pair, and you keep ditching them and throwing them in the bin.
Nah,
That's why you got such rotten luck.
maybe, do you know, don't. That's the yips again. We're going back into the yips thing. No, but you need to keep the same pair of sticks forever.
I can't give you
Nah,
too
it doesn't
much.
work, man.
I can't give you too much crap because my lucky pair I gave away. Gave them
What
away.
were they? What were they?
They were the Royal Marines.
Now, listen, it's funny you saying that. There's a guy going to send me in a picture of these, but show me them, show and tell, because they're embossed at the back, which I
That's it.
quite like.
So I kind of just bought them as like because I just couldn't believe that they were on retail.
Listen,
I was like, they got the
do you
Royal
know?
Marines with the Rock of Gibraltar there.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what I like about it? I think that's a good thing. I think if I think if I I think possibly that could be maybe the future. You could get them kind of
Yeah,
branded with the band.
mate,
Do you know what I mean? So like branded with the band. So
it's
the drum
nicely
code of the band.
embossed.
It's like I don't know.
So my Royal Marine
You
sticks, the
probably
wood.
say, I don't know if you emboss it, it might change the tone or the
Yeah,
tonal quality of the stick. It's
well,
it's a bit of patter that's good on it when you
yeah,
think about it. It is good. I'll
it
give
is
them
good.
that. I'll give them that. Generally, bootnecks, Royal Marines, they spend far too long in the shower. Even when everybody else is dying with lack of water, they'll go in and use all the water for them to have a shower. So by and large, they're no high in my agenda. But the drumstick, my friends, I like.
And I've heard they are the sort of just the exact equivalent of your, the standard KP1 or KP2.
Yeah, it's
So
very, as you can see, it's like a
nothing
keepy.
different
But
about the
I like
emboss.
that.
But it gets me in the headspace. That's why they were my lucky sticks because I would be like, I've got to get to Royal Marines standard here. No,
But,
no missing notes, no sloppy rolls or.
I was going to say, Royal Marine stands what at showering for about 5 hours a day. The guys, man, they crack me up. But anyway, I'm getting taken down a path.
So, I mean, you haven't got into the foray of, what do you call it? Drum kit drumming. So you're going to need to
No,
get yourself a good pair of drum kit sticks. You
well,
realize this?
I told you I like the Vic Firth ones.
The five
I
Bs.
like the Vic Firth. Is it 5B in it? I quite like them.
Because you're
I,
playing
I,
heavy
I,
music. You're playing like, you
well,
bashing it out.
and we were talking about drumsticks and talking about like heavy. To be honest, I quite like my pipe band sticks fairly light
Yeah.
because I think that one of my weaknesses is that I can be over heavy,
Yeah.
right?
So you got to cut that.
Which I suppose is a form of lack of control, ultimately, right?
Yep.
But I'm old
It's
enough and wise
expression.
enough
It's
to
all
know.
expression.
Yeah, it fails dynamically.
Oh.
So I'm aware of that, and I'm aware of that weakness, and I try to think, oh, I'll counterbalance that if I get a lighter pair of sticks, and they'll not sound as heavy. But I genuinely believe that. So
Well, that's the that's the approach I took with my drum kit sticks. You know, it's like
All right.
I wanted them light as to emulate the whole pipe band
Yeah,
stick
yeah.
thing because
I totally get that.
yeah, you know,
I totally
spend
get that.
yeah,
But and talking about drumsticks, right? So like you've got American marching band drumsticks, which are a different kind of Shane from
just
you know.
huge, just like just bloody meat tenderizers.
But well, what was I nearly let the cat out the bag there, Jason, but I'll keep my powder dry. What I was going to say is, what I was going to say is I've tried them, right?
Yeah,
I tried playing them, and obviously, if you're an American marching band and all, it kind of makes sense.
yep.
I felt I felt them a bit clumsy for me.
They are like
Do you know what I mean? I think you would need to practice with them.
yes,
For us guys, if
yes.
you're a pipe band drummer, I think you would need to be kind of like giving it a good bit of kind of practice to get used to the balance of
It
a
feels
stick as well.
clumsy. It feels clumsy to me as someone who plays pipe band sticks. You know, those
100%. I think I think are they the same length? Are they the longer? Or is that my like imagination? Same length?
no, they're not. You can't see that.
I can see that. I can see that
Just
actually.
about a bead, just a head taller.
But I think that makes a difference. I genuinely believe this, and I think that that's to do with maybe I might be wrong, but I think that's to do with maybe the position of the play.
Yeah.
So they
We'll try
play
and
old school, didn't they? When it's down, but like kind of down low. Whereas
yeah.
pipe band drumming, we've kind of moved the drum closer to the body up,
Well,
more upright.
this is what I've been theorizing, right? Is because like it seems like pipe band drumming, we're focusing more on the finger technique, getting in close, doing those rolls, like getting them buzzy, right? And
A wee bit
then
more. You could maybe say a wee bit more jazzy.
bit jazzy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Not too jazzy.
well, not
Just
too
with it.
jazzy, but yeah, definitely, it's
No,
definitely
I
a
know what you mean.
jazz
Yeah, yeah,
scent.
yeah.
You know, there's
That's
jazz
right. That's right.
influence.
That sort of delicateness. But then, like, you know, American drum corps, they're really keeping it open. They're using wrists, and they're like,
100%.
it's all the doubles, that little space of air between the doubles where they get there. Yeah, we should really get an expert on to sort of talk about the comparisons on here. But
Okay.
so yeah, but I like I feel like you're cheating when you use those American sticks when you're doing your rudiments because you get a lovely bounce from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You'll be pumping out doubles, paradiddle diddles, all those just like nothing else. You'll be breezing through them.
but do you think that's because it's got a more even keel to the balance?
They're heavier. They're certainly heavier all the
Yeah,
way
they are
through.
heavier. 100%. They're heavier, right?
So I feel like you're using more of the stick to do the bouncing for you than you actually are with pipe band, where you're actually
Oh, yeah,
trying to.
okay.
That's my opinion. That's what I
Wally
feel.
Laird sent us a Wally Laird sent us a couple of sticks.
Yes.
It's a couple of photographs. One, well, two, one of which I'd seen and played, the other of which I've not. So I quickly just hopefully get the screen up that
Yeah,
he
yeah.
sent the message, right? So
Shout
yeah,
out to Willie
his
Lipp
first,
sending these through, by the way.
the first one he sent, he says, and I directly quote this, he says, possibly the best sticks ever made. Explanation mark, right?
Wow.
Eric Ward, no longer in production, sadly, and it's Agner makes them. And we know that Agner's like kind of big in the Basel kind of
Yeah.
military kind of the kind of what you call it, American kind of fife and drum band type thing. So
Yeah.
they're big in that. Now, to be honest, a bit of shot of them, I thought they were good, but I felt they were for me they felt a bit I don't know a bit
The best
uh,
stick, he
but
reckons.
he's his best by ever.
Okay.
And then the other one he picked out was the Alan Craig. Is it Romeo?
Rahima. Well,
Rohima.
I'm sure
Oh,
Germans will say it differently.
are you getting that up there? There it is.
Yeah. So
And you like,
these,
I
they look
kind of
mint.
like the, they look mint. I kind of like the look of them, but it's one of the ones that you'll not know until you play it.
That's true. And to be honest, I want to play them. looking at this
I
picture,
would,
I didn't know
I
Rahima would
would,
make pipe band sticks, but look, they have even got this like diagram on them here.
and
And
see if you look at this tapered end at the back,
yeah,
that's similar to the TJ1, Tom Gordon one, Tom Gordon Brown sticks.
Tom
They
Gort,
got
the Andante, Tom
yeah,
Gordon.
and they've got like a kind of taperage to it. But
Yeah.
I think the whole point is that
Oh, got to get my hands on some of
ultimately,
those.
ultimately, the selling of drumsticks, right, by and large, trying to either taper ends or whatever you're doing to it. I think ultimately it's all about trying to get a successful. There we go, then, Dante one. Trying to get a successful name a stick. You know what I mean? So people that are successful in drumming, Jim
Yep.
Kilpatrick, Alex
Stevie
Duffert,
Crichton.
Davy Crichton. You know what I mean? Da guess what? I'm coming out with a stick.
Yeah.
I wonder if Kerr's going to come out with one.
Oh, the
I mean,
McKillen,
the thing is I totally get it as well. Do you know what I mean? It's a chance if you've got
mate.
the plaudit and you've well
You've
you've
made
done
it. You've made
you've
it.
made it, haven't you? So you're like that. Well, I think I should have a stick.
Yeah.
I mean, you better
Yeah.
believe it. If somebody gave me a drum world champion drummer, Mr. Andrew Litt, I'd be like, the AL1,
You did loudy.
the AL Turbo. You know what I mean? And actually, you know, I'd be super greedy though. I'd bring one out and then go, oh no, no, no. Do you know what? After about 6 months they'd been out in production, do that. No, no, no. We decided not to continue with that line because we felt that it was ergonomically poor. And I've brought out this other one. You know what way you just
That's right. And
keep
then it
keep
becomes limited
keep it.
edition, and then everybody wants them.
What's it,
They've been
man?
discontinued. How come all the best sticks are discontinued?
Do you know what I think it is? I think there's a degree of wokeness about it as well, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
It's like it's a kind of wee bit of kind of fashion thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe the drumstick should be made by Gucci. Or what you got? I've got
Oh.
I've got Gucci sticks.
Oh, that's when that's not going to be cool anymore. You know what I mean?
I've
That's
got, no, no, but you know what I mean? It's like anything
sell
like I
out.
mean, some big fashion house. We also do drumsticks. But I think we've talked enough rubbish about drumsticks, by the way. But I'd like to thank everybody for sending the pictures.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me. This is another thing when we were talking about. Remember you said about me about throwing drumsticks out. Elaine Boyd, somebody I know for the past, she was a drummer in one of the pipe bands I first was in, and she sent me a pair of drumsticks, a picture of a pair of drumsticks, and they were the original Alex Dufferts. Now, remember you asked me
Original.
about the original ones, right?
Wouldn't mind a
Which were
go on
quite
those.
they were quite a big deal when they came out, by the way.
Oh,
I mean, thinking back, a big deal. Alex Duffert drumstick, brilliant.
yeah, yeah.
But they were quite if you're thinking back, and hopefully my memory serves me right, because obviously I'd be a wee guy holding the same stick. Um, they slightly had like a kind of larger feel to them than possibly with the more modern pipe band stick feels like. And then obviously they get recut again and they done the Shaw stick. But she sent me a picture. They were looked mega old.
Yeah.
Like it's like she brought them at like the arc,
The
that
chest.
and
Yeah,
Indiana Jones
yeah.
in the big light shaft and all that, the monster coming out and then the sticks. Ta-da! So she sent me a picture of that. I thought, wow, wonder what kind of songs you get out of it. I mean,
That's
but there you go. She still got them. So
mate. If I
she never threw them.
That's the thing. If I'm coming over there to Scotland and I see some sticks, Alex Duthert, whatever, Rahima's, Agnes, anything, I'm coming
They're
back.
getting
I'm coming
bought.
back with some new sticks. That's the point. That's the point. Last time I was in Basel. Now this is the last I'll say about sticks. Before we move on,
Yep.
I got the Schleebach
Oh,
V's.
all right. Aye, aye, aye.
So these
Very good.
sticks are
Yeah.
absolutely massive, and they're the Swiss, like they're the Basel style stick,
Yeah.
right? And I think
Where did you, wait a minute. Where did you get them from? I know you said Basel. I mean, where did you get them from?
well, I think this is actually the shop is the Schleebach. The shop actually makes the sticks, so
Did
you'll
you go to
find
the,
them.
did
You
you go
find
to
them
the shop?
in Basel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually went there on the last day that I was there last time, and they were closed. So I actually got them to post it to me because I could not have them.
Well, I was going to say because I know. I mean, we could talk about this for ages, but basically, I'm thinking to myself, thanks for the shout out because I was there when you were there, and you know, I
Yeah,
went, do you know what? We could go round to that shop and get a pair of drumsticks.
yeah. I'm going
So
back. I'm
that
I'm
was your
gonna have to
fault.
go back when it's open.
You can pick me up a pair of drumsticks when you're
I
there.
will. I will. I will. And you
But
know,
definitely for the shop.
but these are the sticks. I think you'll see J Mark Riley doing it. Like he showcases all these different sticks on his Instagram,
Yeah, yeah.
and like they play with this closed left hand.
Like a kind of crazy grip.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and you know, for me, that just seems crazy. Talk about. I mean, that's the style. It's
It works for them.
yeah, man, and they're the sticks for it. So I tried giving it a go, and obviously just put them down. They're a nice little ornament, ornament stick.
An ornament stick.
Yeah, just a memory, just a nice memory attached to
Yeah,
them. You
I
know?
suppose you could. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah,
Like, in fact, you know what? That's not three bad. Maybe thinking about it, next time I'm going anywhere, go to the
that's it.
shop. What kind of sticks you got, and
Yeah,
pick them up. You know,
yeah,
like people collect spoons, don't they?
yeah.
You know, like spoons. You come into Drumhala. There could be all these drumsticks for these different shops. Oh,
That's
what was that
it.
one? Oh, it was in New York. I got them in New York. I got them in.
And you've only got like the left hand one. Like that's it. Just the one stick from each collection.
Right, moving on. What are we talking about next? Or do you want me to remind you? You get your wee
Well,
notes there. I know what
well,
I'm
I
talking
mean,
about next.
you.
I know what I'm talking about next. You're rubbish.
I know that you were complaining about you having a whine about people's bitchiness. Uh,
No, I never had the wine. I
you would
didn't have
never,
the.
would you?
No. Listen, I never had the complaint about it. One of the Fab Four. I can't. I don't know if I can call them. Can I call them the Fab Four? Well, they're all Scousers. Remember, we gave them a shout out not that long ago.
Hey, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
one of the Scouser guys, Will Crawford, he says to me, he says, "I don't get." He was at a pipe band contest, and he was listening to the band playing, and obviously the people that were watching the band, he was getting a bit nosed by their hyper criticism of the band. Oh, their drones are rubbish,
Oh,
da 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 da, right? And he's like, he says, "Do you not think?" So he's thinking like bigger picture here. He's like, "Do you not think that that's a bit counterproductive
yeah.
to the point of view that this is his opinion, right?" He's like, "Do you think that's counterproductive that maybe you should be maybe trying to encourage people rather than slate people?"
Well, big surprise. I mean, that's
I,
it's kind of proven to work. You should
well,
build people up rather than
knock them down.
cut people down.
That maybe works in some parts of the world. I don't think it works in Scotland. That is like part of
Yeah,
parenting in
right.
Scotland.
That's
Always tell your Waynes they're rubbish.
yeah.
These are rubbish. What'd you get? Rubbish. Not interested.
Yeah, we were
Right?
talking about
So
that. It's like that in Asian culture, right? And that's why they're
exactly.
massive
Not
high
good enough.
achievers.
Not good enough. But you think you're going to do that? Pff, no chance. Look at you. Right. So I kind of get it. But I was going to say the flip side to that is if
Yeah.
somebody is a poor band, right? Let's think of some band that you play. Wow, that's like a fire in a pet shop, man. It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Are you? I mean, by no passing a negative comment or not saying they're rotten, right? Are you doing them a favour, or are you maybe? I'll tell you what, right? There's a band not too far away from where I live, and
Manly.
ge- no, generally, I think their musicality is quite weak,
Right.
right? But there's people in that band that have moved on to other bands, and I know that they're musically very strong, right? So they're very good. And so my question is technically they've outgrown that band,
Yes.
right? But that band was still a vehicle for them to become that good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Definitely. Yeah.
So weirdly,
That's how it
right?
works, right?
Right. So weirdly, they maybe started in a band that was kind of rubbish, but at some point they realised, right, I'm going to make the move to another band because I know this one's as big as it's going to get for me
Yes.
and my capability.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out what drumheads think about this, whether they think, because then is another example of, if you listen to something, you go, that was wrong. And if someone says, oh, how can you say that about them? You go, well, I've got a pair of ears and I've got
Yeah,
an
that's
opinion. And
well,
you know what I
I
mean?
think
Can you
there's
not say,
nothing
well,
wrong with
fuck
having a
them?
standard of like, what you think is acceptable, right? But then I just worry about, that competitive bitchiness where you kind of, it's like misery loves company, right? You get
Well,
into
I
the
mean,
habit of just always having a whinge about,
well, I mentioned this,
and not
and plus,
appreciating actually good things.
well, I was going to say, and plus, you must kind of know what you're getting.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
must, what I mean? You must kind of know that when you go to see a certain pipe band at a certain contest, that they're obviously one of your kind of weaker bands
Yeah.
versus one of your stronger bands type thing. So, I mean, there's no really a surprise here. Don't maybe go and punish yourself by watching that band that really isn't that good, and you're sitting there like kind of some guy going like, "Wow, they were rotten." And did you hear the way they were playing? Like, what one of them was together, and oh my god, there was I don't know.
People, for me, people who have like, an opinion that is like, oh, that was wrong. I'm actually a little bit jealous of them because I'm the eternal optimist. I look at anything and I go, wow. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, if the
Good effort,
musicality,
good
if
job.
yeah, if I'm like giving everybody the participation award. If people, if people are rocking up and their musicality is shit, I'm standing there in the background going, musicality is a hard thing to get right. They're all right.
Yeah. Well, what's possibly worse though, I think, is uh, what I'd say is judgment by proxy, right?
Yeah.
So I think
Tell me what you mean by that.
well, we mentioned this before in the show. I'm sure I don't know, right? But where you are a pipe band, right?
Yeah.
You've got your wee kind of set, your MSR. You go and play your wee bit, but before you go and play it on the park, right? You're going to go and practice it. By and large, you're not walking around that park listening to bands.
Mm,
You don't have the time.
that's right. Yeah.
You genuinely don't have the time. So let's say for instance we're on at I think 4 o'clock ish or something like that tomorrow. It's getting late for me. We're on the more at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We've got a 4 hour hike to get there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we're not going to get there at about lunchtime. The
Yeah.
time we get there, for them that's not got their bold bottle, they'll be like, oh, I need to go to the toilet. I need to get a cup of tea. I need to
Yeah.
get something to eat.
Yeah.
And then they get all that done. And then they meet up. And then they have a practice. Then they maybe have another practice. Then they maybe have a cup of tea and a sandwich. Then they have another practice. And they kind of have to hang about with the pipe major or the lead drummer. And
Get
he goes,
psyched
right,
up. Yeah.
another 10 minutes. Right. And then away to
Few
final
stretches.
tuning. Into final tuning. Boom. On the park. And then they're done. And then after that, you're kind of mentally drained, a wee bit
Mate. Yeah.
tired. I'll have a lager.
Nah.
Or you know what I mean,
Two.
I'll have two, or I'll have a cup of tea or something to eat,
Call
and
your
then
ma.
go back to the bus. But my point is that you're not really, to be fair, listening to your competitive opposites.
Yeah.
So the ones that were on at 12 o'clock in the day, you've missed.
Yeah.
Right now, this is what I think is mental. Right, so you'll get people that will be like, oh, such and such a band, they're rats. They're absolutely rotten. You're like, did you hear them today? You're like, no. But I just know they're rubbish. You're like, right, well, all right, maybe you know that what you've heard them before and you're not liking, but you don't necessarily know that they can have blown you away today. You don't know.
True. True.
Technically, you
Yeah.
don't know. So I'm kind of a bit, I'm a bit fearful or watchful of that because I was in a band once and somebody was dishing out the dirt on a guy, and this guy could have drummed the hands after the guy that was dishing out the dirt.
Oh,
And I said,
as it always usually. Oh, always
and I
usually
said, I said,
is.
do you really think that? And the guy went, aye. And I think to myself, you're such a weak average drummer. And this guy I know and quite clearly have seen is a really good drummer.
It's a
I'm
bit of like a
thinking,
mum's basement type of thing, right?
why would you say what? Are you saying it for is it clickbait? Are you wanting a shock
Yeah.
response?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you that are you that dumb that you just don't know
See
what
it.
he's the guy's playing? And I just think to myself, but the ultimate point is this: it just might not be your bag,
Yeah.
right? It may not be your bag. You might not like 78th drum corps.
It's art.
You might not like SFU. I mean, the big geek in the orange hat, that just might not be your thing, right? Which some people say. It doesn't make it bad drumming. It doesn't make it bad music. It
Yeah,
just
yeah,
means
yeah.
that I like old Genesis stuff, right? I like stuff like that. I like old prog, and I like some punk music. But I suppose if somebody played Rick Astley, I'd be like that. That's
Yeah.
rubbish. Rick Astley
But the drumming's good.
drumming might be tight, but Rick Astley will be like, well, Andrew, how many records have you sold? And I'll be like, name. He'll be like,
Yeah,
well, there you go then.
yeah, yeah.
And
It's like
it's
you got to
up
be
to you.
careful that you're not the fat bloke sitting on the couch watching footy and being like, "Mate, run faster." You know.
I could have taken him.
I'm
So what
always
are
of
you
the
thinking about?
I'm always of the belief that if you're gonna criticize someone or someone's effort or job or whatever, you better make sure you can go and do it better yourself.
I, as a guy that likes to pass remark, right? This whole show is pass remarkable, right? But we all know that, and it's tongue in cheek, pass remarkable,
That's
right?
right. Yeah,
People want to
yeah,
get people get offended. Oh, you can't believe you said that, right? Fine, but so it is pass remarkable. But here is the deal. The deal is that yeah, I understand that you can say I don't like something. I'm not keen on that. That's fine. It's like, am I going to say them again? I
yeah.
can't say it for the third show in a go. It's like Metallica, right? It's maybe
Stop.
not everybody. It's maybe not everybody's bag. Saint, that Saint Anger album and all that. It's just like, listen, and somebody was sitting there going, "I can't believe you said that about them," right? And you're like, "Right, fine, fair enough." In fact, I'll
That's
tell you a better
me.
one.
That's me.
Smashing Pumpkins. I don't get them at all. At least
Oh,
Metallica says 1986, 88, right? Smashing Pumpkins. It's a red line for me. I can't listen to them,
yeah. I mean, yeah. I kind of get you on that one.
right? But I know people that are massive fans of
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins, and I'm like, don't know what it is. I just don't get it.
Yeah, one I can think about is like Incubus. You know, Incubus. That
Exactly.
like super like yeah. Even
But
drum.
then,
I reckon it even splits music nerds as well. Incubus because it's like oh, it's super technical and mad, and then like
uh,
the other side they're
it's
like oh, it's too
too
poppy.
clever for
Like
your own good. Too
yeah,
clever for.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, which the one the guy sings falsetto? That's another one that I think's too clever for their own good. Oh, come on. You know the guy
Uh,
who sings that high pitched voice
uh,
falsetto.
uh, Ed
Oh
Sheeran. Nah,
no, 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 no. No,
Pavarotti.
no, they're definitely clever. They're a clever band, mate. They're a clever band, but again, they do
Oh,
nothing
the
for me.
Mars Volta. No, not the Mars Volta.
We're go- no, listen, we're going to be all right with this. I'll eventually get it, but it doesn't matter. The point is that, and then people will say, "Says you, the guy that likes Genesis for 1974."
Yeah, 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 and doesn't like Metallica. So it all comes back to it's art, right? It's all subjective. You look at a picture
Exactly,
and you
man.
might think that looks nothing
Exactly.
like me, but like,
And you're like, and the drum corps that couldn't play two, three pace rolls together. Maybe that's their art.
yeah, that's right. It was like we
You're
did that on
like,
purpose.
you're like, what?
They
Brr, brr.
and you look at it and their
Oh,
lead tip is bloody Dr. Kiyasu. He's out on
oh,
the
listen,
flagpole, just
chief, chief. Or do you know what would be good? I would love to see this once, right? So it's a new pipe band, and they decide to rock up to the line. They're just about to leave. Two free pace rolls, right? Right,
yep.
big bloater, and I'd love them to turn and go, right, can we know? We're just going to go back. We're going to get another shot at this.
Oh,
We're going to get it right at the same time round.
oh,
The crowd jeering them on. Let's do it
oh.
again.
The
Go for
times
it again.
I've wished
S2E8.
one more time.
What? And you know something about them? They never gave up.
That's
He
it.
never gave up. 5 times he went back.
You almost
Five
get
times he came. 5 times he went for that white line. And do you know what they done? They got it in the fifth time. Two free pace rolls. Lovely. Lovely.
on ya.
Dedication.
Yeah, boys.
Everybody patting each other on the back when they come out. Woo-hoo-hoo!
We did it. +10 for the 3-peat rolls.
Listen, it's just one guy's opinion. It's not my opinion, it's his opinion. And I just thought, I'll kind of go with it and see where we end up with it. So
Yeah.
we've ended up kind of all over the place with it.
It's a new thing.
Right, listen,
Brings us to the end of
it's
our.
bringing it to a close, aye.
Yeah, yeah. I think that'll be us. I'll just pick up my favorite pair of sticks here and close this out. Here we go.
On you
Thank you
go.
very much, drumheads. Good night.
Good night.
All right, mate. You gotta get off the bed, hey? Straight
Yeah.
to bed.
I'm back up at 7 in the morning or something like 7:30. I'm
You,
back up.
you keep saying tomorrow, but you actually mean today?
I'm in this morning, yeah.
Oh
Back up.